Hey everyone, welcome back to Carrots and Olives. My name is Brittany, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Today I'm just going to do an update on my ring planner, and you can see here I have my ring planner and I have my sticker book. And the sticker book I've been using is from Little Planet Papery, and I really like this thing. It fits all my stickers from my shop and then some from the planner spot, which I had a subscription with, and so this is what I've been using. I hardly have any stickers in my planner, which is a convenience because it's not as heavy and thick, and it's a lot more functional in the sense that I don't have all the extra frills in my planner when it comes to stickers. So this is the Gillio Compagna in the A6 size. It is a planner I've talked about in previous videos, but it's been a while since I've talked about how I'm using it, and so I thought we can kind of go over that. So as I open it up, with Gillio Compagnas, you get the big back pocket, and you get a zipper pocket in the back with 2 card slot pockets, and then card slot pockets in the front, along with some slip pockets on the side. You also get a fly leaf, which is typically in the same color as the planner. So this color is olive. It's more of a, I want to say, not as dark as a forest green. It's kind of a subtle green to me, and I think that's why I like it so much. I decided to change into this cover for the month of March, and at the end of March into April, I might be changing back into my VDS. So on this side, I just have some planner cards. This one, which is from my shop, I have my card for if it gets lost, so it has all my information on the back. This is a cloth and paper card with some of their little page flags. And then I have another card in the back for, it's like a coupon card. I have the Peanuts Planner Co. Sticky notes. And then back here, just my name. And this is a thick acetate dashboard piece for writing underneath. And I got this from the Nami Cafe. So I just kind of slide this in here. It does add a little bit of structure. Not that I really absolutely need it, but I do like having something sturdy on the side just because I don't have anything in the back. So I laminated this sheet, and this is just kind of where I put sticky notes and some important to-dos on here. It also kind of protects my fly leaf. And typically the fly leaves have a pen loop here along with a pen loop here, but I bought this secondhand from the Buy Sell Trade group on Instagram, and she had removed the pen loop, which is fine with me. It makes it easier for me to get to my my sections here. Initially at the beginning of the year I had side tabs, and now you can see I have top tabs, and I got this idea from Instagram from Planning with Aloe, and I liked how they're not so thick, and it has allowed me to kind of switch things around. So I can always change out the titles here. These titles are actually sticky, well, they're stickers, and I got them from the planner spot, so I just stuck them on here. And these tabs you can get from Avery, so I actually put these in my back pocket, and they are not Avery, I'm sorry, you can get them from Amazon, and they're just the post-it tabs. And so as we move along, I just have a planner card from the planner spot, and I put like my sticky notes for the following pages if I need some type of symbols to remember. So it's like a key. This is just vellum from the planner spot, and I put my trackers in the front now. So whenever I buy something and I'm expecting it to ship, then I will put that here. And then I have like my code here, and I use that key to just to remember in the event that I forget. Now I'm kind of used to it, so I don't really need the key, and I just refer back to what I did the previous month when I make my new checklist. So this is for the past couple months. Then we get into my calendar, and I just have a picture of me and my mom. And you know what's funny is that this is from Cloth and Paper, but I rarely look at this. It's more for show, and I could do without it, but I do like how I just layered it over my picture with the vellum piece, and then I have my little artwork in the back. So this is going into my monthlies. I have a vellum that I made, and here is where I use these top tabs that I did purchase from Cloth and Paper. These are the thicker tabs, and I cut slits in them so that I can easily remove them and replace them. Well, not replace them, but move it to the next month, so that if I need to go straight to the month that I'm currently on, I just use this tab. So I move it within each page for the month. Let me show you, starting with January. I try to keep it minimal. I use stickers from the planner spot and stickers from my shop. Same here. I started using those clear dots to indicate when bills are due. And then I came up with my own sticker for bill due, because I do need a reminder to make sure I pay the bill. So I put a check mark in when the bill is actually paid. Sometimes you pay them the day of, and sometimes you pay them in advance. So to know that I have a bill due and to have the ability to check it off, I find has been very helpful. So think about it and check that one off. Yeah. So let's move on into next month. I have a printable from my shop, and I don't plan too far ahead unless I have trips. So I have I'm hosting my sister's baby shower for this month, and I need to write down things that are happening. So that's probably as far in advance that I get, unless I have appointments coming up. Next, we get into goals, and I started putting my annual goals on the back of these Peanut Planner Co. printables, but then I decided to use it's like her 2 boxes on 1 page, and I put in my own stickers for that, and then another vellum from my shop, and then we get into my health. So I initially was going to track my workouts and what I'm actually doing on these days, but then that became a little tedious, and so now I use a monthly sheet to track when I'm actually going to the gym, and then I set my goals. And so my goal is to hit 15 times at the gym as a minimum. And I started going back to the gym at the beginning of the year. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, the gym is closed. So haven't been able to complete my goal, although I should be working out at home. However, I have a gym membership because I have a problem with working out at home. So then I have my weight log, and I only track that in probably once every other month or so, just because I hate getting discouraged, and seeing my weight too often does discourage me. and it makes me sad. So that's why I try not to do it too often, but it is important for me to see where I'm at every few months. So then I have another vellum. It's a printable in my shop, and we get into my weeklies. This is like the gut of my planner. This is what I use the most, and it has been working out like very well for me. I've found my mojo, I guess you could say. So just to get a look at how I'm using them. So I put down things that I'm doing. Check marks are things that were completed. Sometimes I put a heart for something that I enjoyed. And if I'm not feeling well, like a sad face. So I kind of change it up, but most of the time I'm just using check marks, X's, or trying to use an arrow for something that needs to be pushed to the next day. I do daily trackers, and these typically stay the same. They may change every once in a while. And then I initially started to do my tracking dinner, but if you've been following me for a while, you know that I am not a fan of cooking, and I cannot keep up with this. It just doesn't work out for me. So I switch between adding groceries. Sometimes I do put a shopping list in here if I have a lot of groceries that I really need to get for the week, and so I'll keep it in there for the week. But most of the time I can fit my list within the week on these printables, and so I'll just check it off at the end of the week when I do go. And I typically go on the weekend, and not in the middle of the week very often. I do like to put little stickers within the week, and that's pretty much how far I go with that. So again, another grocery list. This was this past week. Oh no, this was 2 weeks ago. And then this is this week. And you can see how I kind of transformed from a thicker pen all the way to a really thin fine point. And the pen I'm using is the Clenna in the 0.3. I love this pen in this planner on these pages. It allows me to fit in more words and to write smaller, of course, and that's something that I have been enjoying and surprisingly continue to use. So it's been a couple weeks now that I've been using it. I typically plan my week as I go. Unless I have events happening, then I will plop those in on like a Sunday or a Monday. But typically each day I'm writing things down that I need to do, usually at the beginning of the day. And then I cross it off towards the end of the day and think about what's going on for the next day. So I try not to put too many of these sheets in every week. I do have like a set of printables that have already been pre-printed, and I save those in my desk on a key ring. And when I'm ready for the next week, or if I run out, I just pull those out. So another dashboard that is not, it's very slim. I actually changed it out. I had one of those colorful dashboards from Catspresso Co. And I thought it was just like too bright for this planner, so I went back to this one. Then I get into my social media. So this one is a fold out, and I track YouTube. And I started this in 2019, and rather than just printing a whole new sheet, I just felt like I would just go through the remaining of the year and then start fresh, probably in 2021. Another tracker, this is for Instagram, which is also a fold out. And then we get into reoccurring tasks, and I really like this because it's like a bird's eye view of all the things we've done throughout the year. So this is something I started this year. However, I made one at the beginning of this year for last year to kind of summarize all the things that we did health-wise, most particularly, and then also anything that has to do with like our cars, maintenance, and things like that. Next is also a pullout. This is just for birthdays. Then I get into like YouTube and Etsy payments, and I started to track those. I do have another place where I'm going to start tracking them. So this is just like extra information whenever I get a chance to do it. It probably won't be current. It will be something I do probably like every few months just to see how it looks on a full page. Then we get into another dashboard. This is my family section, and so I just put my kids on here. And this does not get used very often, thank goodness, because we are pretty healthy. So this is what I was referring to when it comes to all the things that we did when it came to exams or anything health related and like maintenance related. So anytime we go to our next doctor's appointment and they may ask when was the last time we were here or there, then I have the dates. So I write the dates of when we're there. If we are like at doctor's appointment multiple times throughout the month, then I will try to put like a diagonal and put in the dates. I have a doctor's visit printable from Peanuts Planner Co. And I really love this printable because it offers a lot of information that you can put on here that doctors or like your dentist usually ask. So this has become very helpful and useful for us. Then we have my budget section, and I've highlighted on here just things that I have to pay throughout the year. I do not like doing budgeting, so I keep it minimal. I have my reoccurring payment log. This was one of the reoccurring payment logs that I use. I just kept it in here and transferred it over. I probably will be taking that out. Then we get into my finance summary log. I have yet to fill it out, but I think I'm going to get it done every quarter. And then we have like a savings tracker. And then we get into my spending, and I put my spending for the month, each month in here just to save it. This tab is for my passwords, so I'm going to skip through that. And then I have a tab down here, which is, I'm glad I added it. It's a new addition. I haven't had one down here yet, besides this one in the front. So this one, I have a dashboard from the planner spot. Then I get into miscellaneous lists. So I have my wish list, kind of journal, more journal related. I have my home wish list. This is like my want list, which is the same thing. It's a longer list that I now am separating. So I'm going to keep that in there for a little while. Then I write down all my planners that I've sold this year, just to remember. These are the planners I sold last year. I'm sure there's more than that. I didn't start it until December. And then I have a customs to-do list, my maintenance list, and just an extra paper, coupon codes, and then I had just some swatches of, I think these are the Tombow dual brush pens. Shopping list, another pen test, and then I just have this dashboard that has a pocket, which I got from Happy Scrappy. This is a sticker from my shop, and on the back I put some extra sticky notes. And then I have another dashboard. This is a secretarial pocket, and I put in some planner spot stickers. Back here, just some extra stickers. These are the hearts. I've had this sticker for the longest, and I'm just not using them. But they've come in handy for when I'm tracking my workouts. These are the stickers I use. And then I have the planner spot sticky note, which is also useful, and it fits like perfectly right here. So that's what I put there, and not really much back in here. I have the Clenna, which I love, and surprisingly, it just kind of slides right in, which is rare for a Gillio, but it works. So I am using it. That's pretty much all that is part of this A6, and it's working well. I really enjoy it. It sits mainly on my desk at the moment since we are practicing social distancing, and yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please make sure to like this video and subscribe if you're new. I have a lot more coming and I can't wait. Talk to you guys in the future. Bye!